Hi all, I'm Patrick from Electric Bike Report. We're going to be looking at an e-bike from Mod Bikes called the Easy. This is a cruiser that evokes the look and feel of a motorcycle from a bygone era. It comes in two versions, just the cruiser, as well as one that adds a sidecar, as shown here. We were impressed with the motor's acceleration as well as its top speed, but what we liked most about this bike may have been the rider comfort. The Mod Bikes Easy leads with looks and style. It's meant to evoke the look and feel of a Harley Davidson used by the US Army in World War II. Inside is the beating heart of a comfortable cruiser. The 750-watt hub motor is very powerful and does a great job of bringing this bike up to speed and holding it there. The 3-inch wide tires give a very comfortable ride. And the 6061 aluminum frame, while it has this tank that looks like it's all about looks, it's actually an ingenious design, and inside is hidden the battery. Also, Tektro brakes do a great job on this bike. We were a little concerned about stopping it because it weighs all of 88 pounds, but these brakes with 180mm rotors do a great job of stopping it. As I mentioned in the opening, there's a variation of the Easy that comes with a sidecar. Mod Bikes calls this the side boat. Practically speaking, it does change the handling of the bike. There's a little bit of a learning curve in getting used to it. You definitely have to leave more room for it, but it's a fun way to get around, and it does increase the carrying capacity of the bike. The side boat's great for dogs, kids, groceries, maybe not a full-grown adult. To learn more about the full specs on this, in our description below, there will be a link to a written review. Okay, we're going to jump into our testing now. First up is our brake test. We do 3 passes of bringing the bike up to 20 miles per hour and then stopping in the shortest distance possible. We then take those 3 distances and average them to get our final result. The Mod Bikes Easy stopped in 14 feet 11 inches. A very impressive result, again, because this is an 88-pound bike. It really was no problem to bring under control. For our range test, we conduct 2 different tests with each bike. One is at the maximum pedal assist level, the other at the lowest level that offers continuous assistance. We take these 2 results and that gives us our sense of real-world battery range. On to our results. The Mod Bikes Easy has a 720 watt-hour Samsung battery. At PAS2, we covered 38 miles in 3 hours and 8 minutes for an average speed of 12 miles an hour. At PAS5, we covered 30 miles in an hour and 44 minutes for an average speed of 18 miles per hour. The bike honestly surprised us with its range. We didn't think it would cover this kind of miles because the bike itself is so heavy. Of course, these numbers leave out the sidecar, which will cut that distance down some. But overall, the bike was a terrific performer and we got far more distance out of it than we expected. The EBR circuit test consists of a 1-mile loop with 4 right turns and a 30-foot climb. We take each bike up it 6 times, each of the 5 pedal assistance levels, as well as one with no motor at all. Doing this gives us a chance to evaluate the motor's acceleration, its ability to hold speed, how the cadence sensor engages, how quickly it engages, as well as how the bike handles at different speeds. Let's get into our results. Our tester had an average speed of 11 miles per hour with no motor at all. The PAS levels ranged between 11.5 miles an hour and 19.5 miles an hour. The one thing that we would like to have seen be a little different was that there was a big jump between PAS2 and PAS3. The fact that PAS1 starts so slowly is really a very nice thing. With a bike this big, you don't want a lot of sudden acceleration. And so having something that gets you up to speed, helps you get this bike moving, is really pretty terrific. We found that the bike handled great at pretty much every speed. With the sidecar, you're definitely not going to go as fast, and the cornering is very different. So overall, riding with the side boat is a much slower affair. All right, let's dig into the comfort and handling on this bike, as well as the cockpit. It begins with a back swept bar that makes the riding position very comfortable for riders. The grips are lock-on with a faux leather finish and have wings for the heels of your hands to make them a little more comfortable. The display here is one of the larger ones I've seen in a little while and offers a great deal of information. It's easy to see battery charge, current speed, and PAS level all at the same time with a quick glance. The Tektro brakes, as we mentioned before, really do a terrific job. They may be the unsung heroes of this bike. The 6061 aluminum frame is terrifically stiff, which is something you need in a heavier bike. If this bike were flexible, made from steel, it would be a lot harder to handle. The Kenda Flame 3-inch wide tires have incredible grip and traction and roll surprisingly quickly. Moving back in the bike, we've got a 7-speed Shimano Altus drivetrain. It gives great range, helping to get this bike up hills. The suspension seat post is an easy detail to miss on this bike, but it's one of the key pieces of the Easy's comfort. It's important to note that heavier riders may not see much benefit from this. Lighter riders might bounce a little bit. Because this is a cruiser, it has a slightly different position than you would see with an awful lot of bikes. The position of the saddle relative to the cranks is a little bit further back. What that does is it allows the bike to have a lower saddle position overall, make it easier to get your feet on the ground, and yet still maintain proper leg extension to the pedals. That's one of the hallmarks of a great cruiser. Handling on cruisers can be hit or miss. The Mod Bike's Easy was a terrific handling bike. I liked it at most every speed. It was especially calm and easy to manage, down around 10-12 miles per hour. Adding the sidecar, though, is a very different experience. Normally with a bicycle, you lean the bike into turns. With the case of the sidecar, what you actually have to do is steer the bike. And so you lean your body and turn the handlebar in the direction that you want to go. It's not an especially natural feeling. As a result, we found that all of us who rode it with this rode a little slower and definitely entered turns more slowly. But on its own, as a cruiser, this is a terrific bike and we really enjoyed it. Uphill, downhill, flats. Time for a hill test. Hellhole is a 1/3 mile hill with a 12% average gradient. We do 2 passes, one with just throttle and another at PAS 5, to see just how powerful the motor is. The point is to take the motor to its limit and see what it can deliver. Now for our results. With throttle alone, the Mod Bike's Easy climbed Hellhole in 1 minute and 22 seconds for an average speed of 13.2 miles per hour. In PAS 5, it climbed the hill in 1:13, a 14.9 mile per hour average speed. Honestly, we were impressed that this bike got up the hill at all, either way. That it did so in such fine times is a real testament to just how powerful this motor is. Overall, we think the Mod Bike's Easy is a terrific bike. One of the things we liked most about it was the powerful motor. It made the bike easy to get up to speed, easy to manage. Yes, it's a very large bike, but it doesn't feel that way because you've got so much power on tap. It's also a very comfortable bike. Between the grips, the big cushioned saddle, and the suspension seat post, plus the big 3-inch wide tires, this bike is a very comfortable ride out on the road. Going into turns, we found the handling to be really nice. It was easy to make turns. Traction for days with this thing. Now, the sidecar, as they call it, the side boat, is an unusual addition to the bike, and it does fundamentally change the bike's character. Rather than leaning into a turn and counter steering, with this, you lean your body into the turn and steer. It takes some time to get used to, but it's a stylish addition to the bike. You can bring along Fido, little people, or groceries, making it just that much more versatile. Thanks for watching our review. If you liked it, we hope you'll give us a like. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, we hope you will subscribe. In our description below, we will have links to both current pricing and our detailed review at our website. Again, I'm Patrick Brady. Thanks for watching.